This, ladies and gentlemen, is a catchweight contest consisting of 6 5-minute rounds. 1 fall, 1 submission, or a knockout to decide the winner. Between, on my left and in the red corner, from Romford, Alan Sargeant. His opponents on my right and in the blue corner, from Sydenham, Robbie Barron.
So Robbie Barron from Sydenham against Alan Sargeant from Romford. And Sargeant, there he is, with the black trunks with the stripes down the side there. Very much the shorter of the two, but the former British welterweight title holder.
Round 1.
6 5-minute rounds. 6 rounds, 1 fall decides this bout, and this should be real good light men wrestling that so many people like. We've had some curious styles so far in this program this afternoon. Maxine Lepac was a brawl. Marino couldn't really wrestle against Easley's tactics, but now Sargeant versus Barron should be, and I stuck my neck out like this before and been wrong, but it should be a pretty clean and very, very good wrestling bout. I don't think that Max Ward will have too much trouble with this one. Look at that way out of a backhand to a side head. Ooh, beautiful stuff. Beautiful down. Where's that for a quick ankle grab? So the toe hold on to Robbie Barron. And Sargeant figuring a way to counter it. Sargeant lying flat on his face there in the black trunks. Probably the most supple body in wrestling today. Quite incredible what happens to his body in a wrestling ring, and it still doesn't seem to worry him. If we see Robbie Barron sometime during this bout getting Sargeant into a full Boston crab, you'll see what I mean. Double knee, but a little bit early for that, and too near the ropes anyway. So Sargeant attacking this time. The step over toe hold. Still got that Barron leg. But Barron's got 3 limbs spare. Just a quick reminder there from Sargeant, that back elbow, not a very hard one, just don't get too near, buddy. We'll do it properly. But it's not the way that these fellas really like to wrestle, the back elbow stuff, although it's legal. One full bout, remember. One further mistake like that by Barron can be in trouble. There's the bridge to Sargeant, bringing his man up in a Boston crab. Sargeant hoping that maybe a submission as early as round 1. I've had the doubt it. Still a couple of minutes to go in this first. Nicely out, Barron. Reaching for the double leg Nelson, but Barron won't go. Yes, he has to go the second time.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And as so often happens in wrestling, the leg chop to the ears comes as a saber to the double leg Nelson.
No. Come on. No, sir. Come on. Robbie. Relax.
leg spread won't worry a man like Sargeant too much, even if Robbie Barron gets it out properly. Just by the use of his legs, but unfortunately for Sargeant, both of them went at the ropes.
The last 30 seconds.
Crossbutted Barron. Bridge again, Sargeant. And up from the bridge. Oh, very close. Rather him than me try that. Have to be quick now, a couple of seconds only. Alan Sargeant, the ex-British welterweight champion. I personally would very much like to see this man, maybe at some big hall like the Albert Hall or maybe the Nottingham Ice Rink, get another chance at that welterweight title. He's still kept to 11 stone 11, which is right on the upper limit of the welterweight bracket, and he's still 100% fit. And I'd like to see him get a great chance at this title, of course, held by Vic Faulkner at the moment.
Seconds away, and round 2.
Round 2, 5 rounds to go. One fall decides it. Barron in the light trunks versus Alan Sargeant. It can't really be a tremendous body slam because Alan Sargeant's left arm is in a backhammer. He couldn't slam him at all because that backhammer is still on, hammer locked from the top. Side headlock, Sargeant. Over the top for a folding press from the side, but as early as this, Sargeant will get out of that with no trouble. What is scissors does it. The crotch hold is on, so it's the body slam is on. There it is, but the feet went down far too early from Barron's point of view. And no further possibilities there. And this time that body slam completely, Barron. Sargeant got his feet onto the canvas early enough to break the fall completely. Double-handed wrist lever, Barron. Again the back hammer, hammer lock now. Double wrist lock. Start Sargeant bridging. And over the top of the bridge again on his head into a back hammer counter. Beautiful move.
No, Max, no. No, Max. No, Max. No, sir.
Sargeant, in my view, practically unbeatable to another welterweight, but of course he's taking on a 13-stone man here in Barron with a great deal of height and weight advantage. But I still wouldn't be at all surprised to see Sargeant to come out the winner. A couple of minutes left, round 2. The bar taken out of that figure 4 leg lock. And a side surfboard, Barron. But he couldn't hold it. Anyway, Barron must know that the backbreaker is not going to have too much effect on this man. Now Sargeant's going to maybe try and show him how to do a proper surfboard if he can get it right. Barron knows it, keeping that right leg right out of shot. He's got it. Now all he wants is the shoulders, the arms. And the arms, grabbing for the arms. Barron again trying to keep away all costs. Barron could reach the ropes and grab the bottom rope there if he wanted to, but he doesn't want to know about that sort of trick. Still Sargeant trying to grab both arms there and make a surfboard out of this.
Last 30 seconds.
He's got it, and he's got 28 seconds to do it in. Right back, and the surfboard is on. The backbreaker on. Beauty. Now will he get the submission from this? Can he hold up? Just about 5 seconds now. And Barron, I think, has held out. And Robbie Barron very glad to get out of that one. Very happy indeed for the bell to go then, I'll bet. Robbie Barron from Sydenham, 4.5 years amateur experience before turning pro in the early 60s at the age of 16. His ambition has always been the middleweight title, but he's going a bit high on weight for that now. He'll have to train right down for the middleweight, which is 12 stone 8 maximum.
Seconds away and round 3.
And 4 rounds to go at the start of this third round. Barron versus Sargeant. Sargeant black trunks with his back to us. Is he going for those feet again? If he can do that again, he surely, with a whole round ahead of him, 5 minutes, must have a chance at a submission. Some really great moves by Barron that time. It's the second time Barron's tried that, the single finger with a lock, switching fast to the head and into the body scissors.
No. No.
Sargeant not saying no because he is really in tremendous pain there. It's because the referee keeps asking if he wants to submit and making sure that the referee says no, please. No intention of submitting from this. Nice move by Robbie Barron. Has quite the room. Come on then. Sargeant from that position in the body scissors trying for a submission with that elbow on the knee. Sargeant trying the headlock and triangle from up there. Successfully. Again, Robbie Barron with a chance of a solution until that, but the body scissors returns.
No, that's not. No.
Very fast back elbow just to get his man off. But the body scissors still there. And these two men agree to a double interlock like they did then. I was just going to say that the taller man should have the advantage, but he did it in another way. Back to the body scissors.
He's down.
No.
Down.
One. No, no. No, sir.
Sargeant again trying to get a Boston from this Boston Crab.
He's down. He's down. Come on.
I don't think he can turn him.
One. No. Come on. No, back. One. Two.
The lift, inside of the forearms, on the ears, enough to make anybody release. Barron going in now for that single leg Boston possibility. No, doesn't want it. Folded leg.
The last 30 seconds.
He's trying the same trick that Sargeant tried on him. He hasn't got long, 20 seconds or so. He's got the arms, now the back onto the surfboard. He's got 12 seconds to do it in. There it is. The back breaker though won't worry Sargeant like it worried Barron. On the bell now anyway. Sargeant looking up as if to say he's a little bit glad that the bell went then too. Curiously enough, both these men have tried that same surfboard move. I've got it on successfully, especially Barron then on Sargeant, and the bell has intervened to save a possible submission. There's 3 rounds to go, and we still no sign of a Boston Crab on Sargeant.
Seconds away, and round 4.
I'm sure everybody who knows Alan Sargeant would love to see him escape from a Boston Crab here by Barron. But Barron's got to get it on first, which is not so easy. 3 rounds to go, 1 fall to the side. Sargeant with the black trunks there and the light stripes down the side. Outside step over toe hold, and this time Sargeant's got the bar through. His own left hand through as well. But it's the right leg acting as the bar. It's your hand. Yes, if Sargeant hadn't managed to get his hand out before this move, it would have been a great advantage to him. I think he's going to have to release, yes. Neither of them can get anywhere because of that left hand of Sargeant through. Yay. Sargeant's second chance. Let's jump step over to toe hold that he tried, but very quickly out by Barron. Barron the reverse clutch hold there, the lift from it.
One, two, three, four.
Normal shoulder press attempt. They're not good enough to worry Barron even at this stage.
That's it. Here.
Aaron, do you want again?
No, I don't.
Got to you now.
So that's it.
Sammy.
And the reverse double knee attempt, but missed it by a long way, Sargeant, as he went over the head. He's back in the body scissors. Being warned to leave those black trunks alone. Right on top, over the top for reverse double leg Nelson, but missed with the left foot, by a long way, Sargeant. And now double leg Nelson reversed by Barron, and he's got those arms straight, and it's there. Barron has done it. With an excellent move, too, on the more experienced Sargeant. An excellent effort in round 4. Barron the winner by the 1-fall.
Ladies and gentlemen, in round 4, the 1-4 required for victory to Robbie Barron. Ladies and gentlemen, a very big hand please for Alan Sargeant.
Thank you, Mike Judd, and thank you, Alan Sargeant and Robbie Barron, for a great wrestling bout. Rather surprisingly won by Robbie Barron, but I would have lost my money anyway. And we hope you've enjoyed it. With that, it's goodbye from all of us here. Have a good week.